Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys an emergency video. Because I just turned on the Philadelphia-Boston game. I played golf earlier today, so came home, decided to turn the game on. And I had noticed that John Morant got in trouble with a gun again. John Morant, once again, Instagram is like the bane of this dude's existence. Like, I'm just gonna be honest, he needs to stay the fuck off Instagram at like all costs at this point. But he was in a car with a friend, they were listening to music, and of course, he pulls out his fucking gun, and his friend quickly like turns the camera away so that way nobody can see him pull the gun out. But if you watch it slow enough, you can see that he pulls the gun out. You know what, man? I don't know how much energy I got to keep doing this. I really don't. I thought he would have learned the first time, but it would appear as if he hasn't. John Morant is the epitome of an irresponsible gun owner, okay? As somebody who owns multiple firearms, who lives in New York, okay? He is the epitome of an irresponsible gun owner. You are not supposed to take a gun out under any circumstance unless you plan to use it, okay? Like, they're not toys. And he appears to think the one that he has is a fucking toy. This a young man who needs to really get some better people in his corner. I'm just gonna call it, like, I get it, you know, like, he's in his early 20s. I'm not expecting miracles, but this is a man who's going to lose his NBA career because he just can't put the fucking firearms away. Like, I understand, like, you know, young adults, especially young men, tend to have egos that are inflated, okay? I was there at one point too, okay? I'm not gonna sit here and act like I've been, you know, like I've been a perfect young man or perfect child my entire life. I've done dumb, idiotic, and stupid shit. But at this point, John Morant is a $200 million man, okay? The Grizzlies have put all their faith in him to lead this team. Damn good basketball player. But being that this happened a second time now, I'm led to believe John Morant just doesn't care. I really am, you know? I think he thought that because he was on his friend's Instagram, that, like, nobody would notice him. No, you seem to think, like, because you're on someone else's Instagram, nobody's gonna fucking notice you. Because it's not on your Instagram, suddenly it's okay. Sorry, guys, I'm still sick. But this is a man who simply doesn't care. And honestly, Stephen A. Smith was like, the Grizzlies should suspend him for all of next season. And I kind of am with it. You know? Like, and if the Grizzlies don't do it, the league is going to. The league is going to suspend John Morant for a prolonged period of time. Because this is not the message that the league wants to send. They, you know how many children watch the NBA? You know, like, and there are tons of kids, thousands, that look up to John Morant. You can't tell me there aren't little kids that are Grizzlies fans with with John Morant jerseys at home. And for him to do this, it feels irresponsible. Feels like he doesn't care. I mean, the kid went to fucking rehab. and still didn't learn anything. And it's sad because I kind of knew that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't learn anything when you go to rehab for like a fucking month. So that felt like bullshit. But when I see a man who is super talented at basketball and he just can't put the fucking thug shit away, the thug life, you know, like, I saw somebody comment this earlier. He's the example of, the thug life didn't choose him, he chose the thug life. And that's what's going on here. He seems to want to put on this persona that he's like a gangbanger, that he's got guns, that he's this, he's that. And unfortunately, this is the beginning of the end of Ja Morant. The only thing the Grizzlies can do, and the league office can do, is give him a hefty penalty. I would say suspend him for an entire year. Maybe, I don't know if they're going to do that, but they're going to suspend him. Definitely. The Grizzlies have already suspended him from all team activities. But I wouldn't be surprised if they suspend him for a year, make him go to rehab for a year. Because if this happens again, okay? This happens again, the Grizzlies are going to trade him or release him. And I don't know if he just doesn't like being in Memphis anymore. I don't know what it is. I don't even think it's that. I think it's just immaturity. And it's obvious at this point, that Ja Morant made no changes in his personal life. With the people he hangs around, or his family members, he has made zero changes. And because of that, it's going to cost him his NBA career. One day, we're going to read about Ja Morant no longer being in the NBA because he can't put the guns away. Because he can't stop basically telling people or showing people he's got gang affiliation, or that he's, you know, playing with guns and stuff like that. And the league is not going to support it. Once you lose the league, you lose every team, okay? There are a lot of teams out there, after the first time, maybe we're willing to give you a pass, right? After the second time, you just became a guy that no team would ever fucking trade for, unfortunately. You know, there's still a handful of teams desperate enough that would take a shot on him. But, like, even your San Antonio Spurs of the world, okay? Your Boston Celtics, the Indiana Pacers even, because they're very huge on character. There are a lot of teams that are huge on character. And if your character sucks, they don't want you. So, I don't know, man. You know what? I'm kind of wore out on this topic at this point. If he doesn't fucking learn this time, he's never going to learn. And unfortunately, I think that's the case. You know, like, we're talking the second incident here, and he's only in his early 20s. Like, got a long-ass career left, okay, for this to happen again. And it probably will. So, I don't know, man. It is very sad to see a player as talented as Ja Morant who just can't make the proper changes in his life that he needs to make. Okay? Like, nobody's telling him, bro, you gotta stop. Like, you can't be doing this. He's got nobody telling him that. And it would appear that he desperately fucking needs it. It's obvious. He definitely needs it. And the worst part of this whole thing is, if he keeps doing this, okay, like, I don't know if Ja Morant's really in a gang, or if he's not. But I can tell you this, okay, I'm from the second poorest county in all of New York State. if you pretend like you gangbang, okay, and I'm sure other places are like this, if you pretend like you gangbang and you're really not, like you got gang affiliations and you don't, there's gonna be people out there who test your gangster. It's gonna happen. Like, there are gonna be people who are gonna try you, and then they'll see. You know, and unfortunately, I feel like I hope it never comes to that point for him. I hope that's never a thing. I hope he learns this time. But there are some people who really live that life. There are some people who feel incredibly disrespected when you do things like this, and they're gonna try you. Okay, it happens in the rap game. It can happen in professional sports. If you want to come out here and pretend like you gangbang, you want to throw up gang signs and shit, there's gonna be people out there who test your gangster. So tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. Like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more. I'm the Fast Break Report, and I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.